So what is it with Marvel MCU stars getting accused of assault? It seems to be something that's going around. Of course, Jonathan Majors is in the midst of some court proceedings, facing some charges regarding that. We'll see how that all turns out. We've talked about that another time, and we'll see how that goes as more information comes to light. But now a second MCU star has been accused of sexual assault, this time in the form of Namor himself, Tenoch Huerta, who of course stepped in to play Namor, the villain, in the sequel to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And by the way, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, considering the fact that it was a movie made without its main star and without its main character, actually did pretty well. Check this out. So the film actually ended up making over $859 million at the box office with a solid critical score, 84%, good audience score, great audience score at 94%. I like the movie. I didn't think it was anywhere near as good as the first Black Panther, but again, for a movie that lost its main star and lost the lead character to still make $859 million is pretty damn impressive. And one of the elements of that movie that people seem to like was Tenoch as Namor. But now, Tenoch is being accused of sexual assault by a prominent musician in Mexico. This comes to us from the folks over at Variety that write this. The musician's name is Maria Elena Rios. Now, if that name sounds familiar, she was in the news a couple of years ago because an ex-boyfriend of hers hired two guys to go up to her and throw acid in her face, which put her in the hospital for a large stretch of time. And now she is accusing Tenoch of sexual assault. This is in the Los Angeles Times. It wrote, in a series of tweets, the saxophonist and activist called the Marvel actor a quote-unquote sexual predator while accusing him of sexually assaulting her. The Times has reached out to Rios for more details on the allegations. Representatives for Huerta and Disney, which distributed Black Panther Wakanda Forever, did not respond Sunday to the Times' request for comment. Now, it goes on to talk about the fact that a bunch of people started going after her on Twitter saying, well, if he assaulted you, why did you never report it to the authorities? To which she reminded them, hey, when I've had problems with exes before, I've had acid thrown in my face. Now, again, I am not sitting here saying Tenoch Huerta is at all guilty of anything, nor are we saying that Jonathan Major is. These are accusations at this point, but it does present a rather troubling kind of trend that we're seeing here with MCU actors. And then this brings up the question of what does Disney now do with Tenoch Huerta? Actually, it gets even more complicated when we realize that we don't even know what their plans were for him before this even happened. There had been talk of maybe a bit of a spinoff if they could get the rights issues figured out with Universal. There's been talk of having him be a recurring character in upcoming Black Panther projects, but we don't even know the status of those right now. So we're waiting to find out. This will obviously throw a wrench into things. And it's got to make you wonder about how is Disney going to handle things moving forward about their vetting process? I mean, it's become to the point between old tweets and bad behavior and things like that. And again, we're not suggesting here that Tenoch is guilty of anything. We're simply talking about the accusations that are being made. But if you're Disney, in the world of politics, before a party nominates somebody, they do what's called a vetting process, where they dive deep into their history. They try to find out every dirty little thing they can about them so that they know it before they put out somebody as a candidate for political office. And it's just gotten to the point now that I think major studios, especially Disney, might have to start looking at amping up their vetting process to see if there's anything, because we're not talking about something that's just a minor inconvenience. Things like this can literally cost a company tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars if not handled properly. Look, obviously, at the end of the day, we hope these things that he's been accused of aren't true. I mean, because it's hard for us to imagine somebody doing something so horrible as he's being accused of doing right now. So we hope it's not true. And if it is, we hope justice is served. But we'll find out as more details become available. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, MasterClass. With MasterClass, you can learn from the world's best minds anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn filmmaking from James Cameron himself, you know, the guy who made 3 of the 4 biggest films of all time. Improve your writing by taking screenwriting from one of the greatest who's ever done it, Aaron Sorkin. Or maybe learn how to make great comedic content by taking comedy by the one and the only Judd Apatow. And many of you guys know I'm a big poker guy, and I recently got a chance to sit down and watch Daniel Negreanu, one of the greatest poker players in the world, teach poker. It was absolutely fantastic. But guys, whatever you're interested in, there is a class for you with over 180 exclusive classes taught by the instructors you know and love. And you can explore lessons in any order you'd like, across your phone, tablet, Apple TV, computer, and on the go with audio mode. Individual lessons range from about 10 to 15 minutes in length that fit easily into your everyday life. Guys, I highly recommend you check it out. Get unlimited access to every class, and as a John Campea Show listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/Campea now. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off Masterclass. Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this? This is now, in a very short period of time, the second Marvel actor accused of assault. It couldn't come at a worse time for Disney, as they're still trying to deal with the Jonathan Majors stuff. How do you think this is all going to play itself out? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video. Make sure you click the thumbs up button on it and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget that we do a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast. Go and subscribe to it today on your favorite podcasting app of choice.